also get underway at 2 p.m. Leitrim were top of Group 2. They beat Clare and Fermanagh to clinch their place in the quarter-finals this afternoon, while Kildare had a very good win over Roscommon. They did lose to Laois, but the win over Roscommon was enough to see Kildare finish in second place in Group 3 and clinch one of the last remaining spots in the quarter-finals. Now let's take a check on the two teams. Let's begin with Leitrim. Loads of changes, 2 in personnel, but plenty of positional switches on the Leitrim team. Numbers 8 and 15, Anya Heslin and Roisin McHugh make way. Let's give you the Leitrim team as it lines out. In goals, wearing number 1, Michelle Monaghan. The full-back line, 2 is Rebecca Rooney, 3, Sinead Tighe, and number 4, completing the full-back line, is Siobhan McCartan. The half-back line, number 12, Carla Le Guen, comes back from the half-forward line to occupy the wing half-back position. 6, centre half-back, is the captain, Claire Owens, and 7 is Ailish Cornan. In midfield, number 5, Charlene Terrell, moves up from half-back to join Vivian Egan, number 9, in that midfield sector. The half-forward line, 10, Laura O'Dowd, 11, Michelle Guckian, and wearing number 17, Elise Bruin. And the full-forward line, 13, Leah Fox, 14, Alva Clancy, and number 19 is Muireann Devaney. The manager of the Leitrim ladies this afternoon is Hugh Donnelly. And let's now move and take a check on the Kildare starting 15. Just one change. Number 13, Gillian Wheeler, does not play. She's replaced by number 23, Nancy Murphy. Let's pause for a round of and we'll bring you the Kildare team after the national anthem. And how lovely it is to hear the cheers of the crowds. As I said, one change on the Kildare team. Number 23, Nancy Murphy, replaces number 13, Gillian Wheeler. The Kildare team in goals, Dervla McGinn. Full back line, Claire Sullivan, Leisha Lenihan, Shauna Kendrick. Half-backs, Lauren Murtha, Lara Gilbert and Erica Burke. Midfielders, Siobhan O'Sullivan and Grania Keneally. Half-forward line, Ciara Wheeler, Lara Curran and Grace Clifford, the captain. And the full forward line, 23, Nancy Murphy, 14, Nessa Dooley, and 15 is Aoife Rattigan. So that's a check on both teams. Plenty of changes in personnel on both sides, but really lots of changes on the Leitrim team. They'll be looking to Laura O'Dowd, wearing 10. She's the top scorer for Leitrim in the championship to date. She scored 2 goals and 2 points, while Kildare will be looking to Nessa Dooley at full forward, who has scored 2-8 in the competition to date. Again, it's a tough one to call. Leitrim, by virtue of topping their group, will be many people's favourites to make the semi-finals of the competition, but you could argue that the group that Kildare were in, which had Laois and Roscommon, was perhaps a stronger group. So therefore, I suppose it nullifies the Leitrim advantage going into this afternoon's quarter-final. The action about ready to get underway. And as you can see, Michelle Guckian has gone to midfield for Leitrim. Yet another positional change before the action gets underway here. But we'll bring you the action as accurately as we can over the next hour or so. The winners, of course, advance to play Clare or Westmeath in the intermediate semi-final. Michelle Guckian playing the ball forward. Leitrim with a chance to create an opening, but it's dealt with admirably by the Kildare defence. Grace Clifford, the captain, playing it inside and getting it back. Clifford inside to Lara Curran. That's well read. And Leitrim can come away with it once more. That's the number 19 for Leitrim, Muireann Devaney. Selected at corner forward, but playing anywhere but there. Seems to be helping out in her own half-back line. Leitrim, a good, big, strong team, no doubt about that. Here they come once more. The number 11 is Michelle Guckian. Ball is played in quickly. A chance for Leitrim. Possession held inside. Shot. And a wonderful score there from Laura O'Dowd, increasing her championship tally to 2 goals and 3 points. The opening score of the afternoon here in Ballinasloe inside 2 minutes of the action. Kildare's goalkeeper Dervin McGinn taking the kick out. Not a good one, but it bounces unkindly for Leitrim's Vivian Egan, and Kildare have possession back. Lauren Murtha. Still Murtha playing it back inside to her half-back teammate Erica Burke. Now with Lara Gilbert. Gilbert back outside once more to Lauren Murtha, who started the move for Kildare. Back now with Siobhan O'Sullivan. Back to Gilbert once more. And now with Grace Clifford, who seems to be the playmaker on this Kildare team. Grania Keneally. Good defence from Leitrim. Kildare unable to break this half-back line and looking to find somebody closer to goal. A good ball inside, which is held by the Kildare full forward Nessa Dooley. Plays it back outside to Ciara Wheeler. Wheeler inside once more, but again it'll be dealt with by the Leitrim defence, and you can see that ring of players that Leitrim are playing in front of their full back line, like a semicircle, a fortress that Kildare have been unable to penetrate so far. Here come Leitrim once more. Mirren Devaney takes a good shoulder. Still Devaney, wearing 19, but selected to start at corner forward. That's a poor ball, however. Easily dealt with by Kildare, but they give it away again. Leitrim have it back. Vivian Egan is fouled, says the referee. It'll be a free to the Leitrim ladies. Early days here, Leitrim leading by 1 point to no score. Michelle Guckian has a shot, but that one has stayed out to the right and wide. A big kick from almost 45 metres out, but using the wind but not having the direction, and Leitrim have to be content with just a 1 point lead, and we have 4 minutes of the action here in Ballinasloe already elapsed. Here comes Siobhan O'Sullivan, plays it outside to Shauna Kendrick. Kendrick back inside once more. Lovely movement from the Kildare half-back line. Erica Burke. Their problems, however, are at the other end of the field where they can't penetrate the Leitrim half-back line. Back inside to Lauren Murtha, who elects to recycle. It's now with Grania Keneally. Kildare moving the ball nicely, but just unable to break through. Let's see what happens with this latest effort. And again, they go left, out to that danger zone where it looked like there was a push, but perhaps it was more of a fall. Leitrim try to get possession back. They will get it. And away they come once more. Laura O'Dowd playing it outside towards her centre half back and captain Claire Owens. Back inside to the number 17 Elise Bruin. And Leitrim, their turn to be stylish in the build-up. Michelle Guckian. And that's a foul by Michelle, just unable to get her shot away. And dealt with by Lara Gilbert, and Kildare get the action underway immediately. Lauren Murtha lets the ball run in front of her but gets it back. Still Murtha into the danger zone once more, and you can see that Leitrim are not allowing Kildare any penetration past about 30 metres from goal, and Kildare left with no option but to lorry long balls into the danger zone in the hope of finding Nessa Dooley at full forward. But here they come once more. They certainly have come much more into the game in the last few minutes. This is Ciara Wheeler. Good ball inside from Wheeler. And a great shot as well, but it's easily dealt with. Lara Gilbert's shot easily dealt with by Michelle Monaghan, and Leitrim can come away with possession once more. So a place in the semi-finals of the TG4 All-Ireland Intermediate Ladies Football Championship at stake. Michelle Guckian playing the ball forward. And here come Leitrim. Can they get a second score from this? Outside waiting for it is Mirren Devaney. She'll have a chance to shoot, but she's curled it out to the left. And it just screwed off her boot. And it's gone wide. Conditions ideal for football. A little bit of a breeze, it must be said, favouring Leitrim in this first half. Nothing like the conditions we saw in Ashbourne yesterday, where Wexford were winners over Down. But nonetheless, Leitrim will need to establish some sort of a lead, I would imagine, in this first half, because the elements will favour the Lily Whites after the break. Here's Grace Clifford, the Kildare captain. Very good ball from Clifford. Accurate, placed foot pass. Gets it back from the number 23, Nancy Murphy, but the shot is short. And again, you can see the effect of the breeze. It mightn't be that strong, but it's strong enough to prevent these efforts from reaching the target. And that's a couple of shots that have fallen short into the arms of Michelle Monaghan. And we have played just 6 minutes of the action here in Ballinasloe. Kildare build again. Grace Clifford goes back to her centre half back, Lara Gilbert. Outside towards Erica Burke. 6 and 7 very busy for Kildare early on. Here's 14, Nessa Dooley. 2-8 in the championship to date, but again you can see no way through, forced to try and play an intricate pass through the centre, which is dealt with by Leitrim, and Leitrim's defensive ploy is very obvious here this afternoon. It's thou shalt not pass. Great ball inside. Look at the space created behind if Leitrim can get possession. There is a foul. Free to Leitrim. They want to take it quickly, but nobody making a run inside, and it's ironic that it will be a free to Leitrim, but the player that has come off the worst for wears is the Kildare defender, and attention being sought for her. Looks like Claire Sullivan, not entirely certain. So a bright start for both teams really, but just one score on the board. As the breeze picks up here in Ballinasloe, certainly it has strengthened considerably in the last couple of minutes. And just looking at the flags, and well, certainly strongly favouring Leitrim in this first half of which we've just had 7 minutes. And the Kildare player is certainly in some bother, and no sign of her to come back to her feet. But eventually she's in an upright position and now is dragged to her feet. But play will resume with a free to the Leitrim ladies, despite the fact that the Kildare player came off the worst from that latest tussle. So Michelle Guckian standing over this one, 45 metres out from goal. It's well within her range, we know that already. She looks up and she shoots. That's a wonderful kick from Michelle Guckian. Super score. And Leitrim's lead is doubled. Two points to no score. Siobhan O'Sullivan playing it inside towards Erica Burke. Burke going over the far side of the pitch towards Lauren Murtha. Kildare, if nothing, are very patient in attack. We saw that from Wexford yesterday, and it proved fruitful in the end, but I think a lot of it might be down to the fact that Leitrim are so well guarded at the back. That's a good ball inside, however. It's won by Nancy Murphy. Still Nancy, playing it outside to Aoife Rattigan. Rattigan back to her centre half back, Lara Gilbert. Gilbert inside towards Siobhan O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan to Erica Burke. Erica Burke again down the right channel towards Lauren Murtha. Ball is played into the danger zone. A chance for the number 23 for Kildare. That's Nancy Murphy. And she takes advantage of the slip in possession there from Leitrim. And she blasts over for Kildare's first point, a settling point, you might say, for the Lily Whites. 9 minutes gone here in Ballinasloe, and Leitrim leading by just 2 points to 1. It's going to be a very tight game. I think all quarterfinals in this competition are going to be tight. Here's Ciara Wheeler once more. Great ball inside to Nancy Murphy. A chance, in fact. It's Nessa Dooley who has blasted that to the back of the net. And Kildare all of a sudden go into a 2-point lead. There were 2 points down less than 30 seconds ago. Two points down less than 30 seconds ago, and now they lead by 2. And so just a word of congratulations to Hugh Donnelly, the Leitrim manager. His wife had a baby this morning, but I'm not sure if he's here. If he is, he's a brave man. Ball is played forward. towards the Kildare full forward, Nessa Dooley, scorer of a wonderful goal less than a minute ago. She plays the ball back outside towards Aoife Rattigan. And Kildare, that patience that we talked about beginning to pay off, little holes appearing in the Leitrim defence that they're able to exploit. They've exploited 2, and they lead by 1-1 to 2 points. Ball is played inside to Nancy Murphy. Nancy Murphy back outside towards Grace Clifford, but the referee has spotted something. He's going to give a free, and I can tell you that the Leitrim manager Hugh Donnelly, despite the fact that his wife gave birth this morning, he's here. He's here. I hope she gave birth in Ballinasloe. It would have been a very short journey for him. Well, it's going to be a free to Kildare. And while Hugh was celebrating this morning the birth of his child, at the moment it's Kildare who are closest to celebrating, leading by 2 points, but a long way to go here, and that kick has gone over. And Kildare have really settled very well in the last few minutes, and now they lead by 1-2 to 2 points, 3 between them. And all of a sudden that Leitrim defence that looked very, very difficult to break down have began to show a few gaps, and Kildare exploiting those gaps and leading by 3 points. They've now scored 1-2 without reply after being 2 points to no score down. They go back with this one, Aoife Rattigan. She's about 50 metres out from goal, plays it inside towards Siobhan O'Sullivan. Siobhan O'Sullivan still looking up for the opportunity to shoot, but the opportunity doesn't arrive, and that's going to drop short again. And again you can just see that the breeze is a factor here, and Kildare really need to work it in closer to goal, but this is going to fall kindly for Clifford. A chance for Kildare. She turns and she shoots, but Grace Clifford, the Kildare captain, penalised by the referee. It's going to be a free out to Leitrim. That one won't count. 1-2 to 2 points, but we've seen with Kildare their 3 scores have come from close to goal. Anytime they've shot from 30-40 metres out, they've dropped short. So they'll know in this first half that you've got to work it closer to goal. In the second half it'll be easier to score with the breeze in your favour, but they've certainly taken over here in Ballinasloe. Let's see what Leitrim can do about it. Good play, good defensive play from Leitrim. Out comes Alva Clancy, the full forward, to win possession. Stylish looking player, plays it forward. Surely a foul there, and I think the referee agrees with me. There was a high challenge there on the Leitrim player. Nearly certainty for it's Leah Fox wearing 30. In fact, it's not Leah Fox. Perhaps it's Muireann Devaney, who has started well for Leitrim, but she's been fouled over on the far side. Referee having words with the Kildare number 6, Lara Gilbert. And Leitrim looking to create their 3rd score of the game. They had been the better side in the opening 5 minutes, but in the last 10 Kildare have taken over, and that's taken a touch off somebody on the way out, and it will be a 45-metre kick for the Leitrim ladies, which I'm sure Michelle Guckian will take. She took that free. She's got the range. She's just missing a little bit in terms of accuracy. That one was a little short, however, but it did take a touch on the way out. And Michelle Guckian, with 1 point to her credit already this afternoon, will be looking from the ground to make it 2. Now with the wind it's certainly kickable, but it's a difficult kick in swirling conditions. And Leitrim trailing by 3. Michelle Guckian plays it inside, but it's easily dealt with by Kildare's number 9, Gráinne Keneally. Keneally plays it out towards Shauna Kendrick. Back to Keneally once more. Back inside to Kendrick. Won back by Michelle Guckian. She's very, very strong. Surely she's fouled. Referee says play on, advantage. Ball played in towards the full forward, Alva Clancy. Still Clancy. She's got pace, she's got skill. She turns one way, then the other. Back outside towards Muireann Devaney. Devaney is fouled, and Michelle Guckian with a much easier opportunity now to narrow the gap to 2 points. It's Kildare 1-2, Leitrim 2 points as we approach the first half water break. And Guckian kicks, and this time Guckian easily finds the range. Her second free of the afternoon. 1-2 for Kildare, 3 points for Leitrim. Ball is played quickly by the Leitrim goalkeeper Dervla McGinn to Grania Keneally. Inside now to Lara Gilbert, I should say. It's now with Claire Sullivan. Still Claire Sullivan. Referee says play on. Erica Burke racing through the centre, plays it to Aoife Rattigan. This is better from Kildare. Certainly their attacks have gained impetus in the last 5 or 6 minutes. Siobhan O'Sullivan playing it inside towards Nancy Murphy. Murphy back outside, but foul committed there by the Leitrim player. It'll be a free to Kildare. It's a very tight angle, and the breeze is still blowing quite strongly. The flags over in that corner don't seem to be blowing in any direction, but right here in front of us, it's very obvious that there's a breeze favouring the Leitrim ladies. So let's see if this kid... No, in fact, she goes short. Siobhan O'Sullivan. She's got support outside her if she wants it. That's Ciara Wheeler. Now it's with the number 7, Erica Burke, back inside towards Grace Clifford. Clifford to Nessa Dooley, the goal scorer for Kildare, looks inside. It's a good looking ball, but it's too much on it. And the one time you did want the ball to be held up by the wind, it wasn't. And Leitrim can clear their lines once more. Risky ball, but nonetheless Leitrim come away with it. Little bit of a push there on the captain for Leitrim, Claire Owens, and that free was taken from the wrong spot, so I'm sure the referee will move it forward. And Leitrim's job of clearing their lines becomes that little bit easier. There's no doubt, though, in the last 6 or 7 minutes, it's been incessant pressure from the Kildare side. Leitrim did break it up with a point from Michelle Guckian, and despite Leitrim's or Kildare's dominance in front of the Leitrim goal, they haven't scored in 4 or 5 minutes. Let's see what Leitrim can do with this latest attack. Muireann Devaney is fouled once more. And the late replacement on the Leitrim team wins her 3rd free of the afternoon. Let's see what Michelle Guckian can do with this one. She'll probably try and lob it in around the danger zone where a number of Leitrim attackers have gone, but that's exactly what she does. She lorries it in, but the Kildare goalkeeper, Dervla McGinn, came off her line, did very well, and launches another attack for the Lily Whites. Good defending, good play. Grania Keneally playing it outside. Back inside now to Keneally once more. Receiving that pass from Erica Burke. Leitrim coming to terms with this game, I think a little bit better, or I should say Kildare coming to terms with this game a little bit better than Leitrim against the breeze in the opening half. Siobhan O'Sullivan. It's now with Shauna Kendrick, sporting the red headband. She plays it towards Aoife Rattigan, and it's now with Grace Clifford, the captain. Back outside to Siobhan O'Sullivan. Clifford, good looking ball from Clifford, plays it inside towards Nancy Murphy, who has started well for Kildare. Back outside to Siobhan O'Sullivan, who shoots, but the referee has spotted something, and I think he's going to award a free in to the Kildare ladies, so a chance for them to re-establish that 3-point lead. 1-2 to 3 points in favour of Kildare, and still no sign of a water break. Perhaps we'll have the water break after this latest free is kicked. It's Lara Curran who's going to take it. The centre half forward. That's not a good one. That screws off her boot, goes way out to the right, but it's going to be kept in play. It's Nessa Dooley, the very dangerous full forward for Kildare. Jigs one way, then the other. Plays it back outside towards Ciara Wheeler once more. Into the centre, but dealt with by Leitrim. And now Leitrim back to doing what they had been doing so well in the opening 5 minutes, breaking down Kildare attacks. Let's see, can they launch one of their own? Not like that, they won't. You can see that Leitrim have numbers back. They're defending stoutly, but when they break forward, when they get past midfield, there are very little options for them. Aoife Rattigan on this near side. Kildare, on the other hand, playing against the breeze, have loads of options when they go forward. There's a big push forward from this Kildare team. Grace Clifford once more, playing it back inside. It's now with Siobhan O'Sullivan. Back to O'Sullivan, but the referee has spotted something. And I'm not sure what it is he has spotted, but I think he's going to hop the ball, is he? In fact, he's calling for the water break. So there you have it. Water break time here in Ballinasloe. 21 minutes on the watch, which is a very, very late water break. And maybe the referee forgot about it. So we'll only have 9 minutes of normal time remaining, and very little stoppage time as well to be added on. But we're in the 22nd minute of the first half, and it was a half that started very brightly for Leitrim. They had 2 scores on the board from Laura O'Dowd and Michelle Guckian before Kildare knew what hit them. But Kildare have taken over. The goal from Nessa Dooley, I suppose the big difference between the sides. Points also from Nancy Murphy and from Lara Curran, a free. See Kildare leading 1, 2 to 3 points at this first water break. But while Leitrim will be concerned that possession has not been converted into scoring opportunities, particularly in the last 10 or 15 minutes after a bright start, they'll still look at the scoreboard and they'll say, we're right in this game, girls, there's just 2 points in it. But I do think that they will need more scores before half time, because these elements are certainly, if anything, getting stronger, blowing in favour of Leitrim in this first half, and Leitrim need to take advantage of that. So play will resume. Free to Leitrim. Taken by Ailish Cornan, who plays it back to her goalkeeper Michelle Monaghan, and Cornan gets it back once more, playing it forward towards midfield. Now Leitrim can attack once more. Laura O'Dowd playing it forward, and all of a sudden Leitrim have more options inside, but that ball, is it going to run away? It has unfortunately run away from Alva Clancy. And yet another Leitrim attack here comes to nothing. But it's 3 scores apiece. The difference between the sides being that one of those scores for Kildare is a goal. They lead by 1, 2 to 3 points. We have 7 minutes of normal time remaining in this first half, plus the water break. I'd say 8 or 9 minutes. The clock will probably run to 32 or 33 at the end of this first half. Erica Burke plays it back towards Gráinne Keneally, inside to her midfield partner Siobhan O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan out to the far side towards Lauren Murtha. This is good attacking football from Kildare. Ball is played inside towards Nessa Dooley. Dooley back outside towards Siobhan O'Sullivan once more. And Kildare, as I said, very patient, very happy to just pass the ball around to keep possession. Remember, if they have the ball, there's nothing Leitrim can do. Here's Aoife Rattigan on this near side. Back to Grace Clifford. Back to Gráinne Keneally. There's certainly a strategy in this Kildare team that we don't waste possession. And perhaps that advantage could have been let go a little bit longer. A foul on Gráinne Keneally results in a free for Kildare, which should be taken by Lara Curran, the centre half forward. She's already scored one from a free, and I think the referee has brought the ball even closer to goal, which makes the opportunity for Curran that little bit easier. Right in front of the posts. Strong breeze facing her, but nonetheless a straightforward kick, and she's kicked it over, her second score of the day. 1-3 to 3 points. A little bit of daylight now being established between the sides, and Kildare will be very happy with the way things have gone as Leitrim try to launch another attack. It's won there by Laura O'Dowd. She's back winning ball in her own half-back line. That's the pressure she's under. Leitrim trying to work the ball forward. They've got it back, luckily this time. I think it's Michelle Guckian who's fouled. In fact, it's not Michelle Guckian, it's the full forward, Alva Clancy. That's Elise Bruin playing it into the centre towards Claire Owens. And Leitrim go in search of another score. Number 12 for them, Carla Le Guin, playing the ball in, but it's dealt with easily by Kildare. And Leitrim just running out of ideas going forward. And I don't know whether the wind is a help or a hindrance, or whether just Kildare have been too strong in defence for them. Here comes Claire Sullivan. Sullivan to Lara Gilbert. Lara Gilbert playing it out to this left-hand side, where eventually it ends up with Aoife Rattigan receiving that ball from Ciara Wheeler and giving it back to Wheeler. Still the number 10 Wheeler in possession for Kildare. And again, just look at this patient play that Kildare have been displaying all through this first half. 26 minutes on the watch. And Kildare not forcing anything. Siobhan O'Sullivan back to Lara Curran. Eventually again with Erica Burke. Now with Grace Clifford. Just clever play from Kildare, retaining possession, waiting for that opportunity to open up. And here comes Clifford. But Kildare contrived between two players to mess that one up, and Leitrim have it back. We're in Devani, I think it is, in possession over on the far side for Leitrim. And again, she's brought to ground. And again, she's not happy. And the referee will award another free to Leitrim. Leitrim need to get players forward. There's a lot of Leitrim presence in their own defence. I see two girls basically on their own, but when they go forward, there aren't too many options inside. Kildare also bringing back sweepers, so it makes scoring much more difficult. And perhaps the suggestion will be that Leitrim need to press forward. Here comes the Leitrim number 13, Leah Fox, who shoots, and Leah Fox has scored. 1-3 to 4 points, and that's exactly what I mean. Leitrim need to get players into that danger zone inside the 21-yard line, and when they do so, they look dangerous. But that's the first time they've had players inside in about 3 or 4 attacks. Aoife Rattigan for Kildare. Back inside towards Claire Sullivan. Foul on Claire Sullivan. It'll be a free out to Kildare as we move inside the closing moments of the first half here in Duggan Park in Ballinasloe. 27 minutes on the watch. Leisha Lenihan. Foul committed by the Leitrim number 3. I think it was Sinead Tighe, the full-back. So free for the Lily Whites. Grace Clifford, the captain, will take it, and she's bringing it closer to goal, so perhaps more descent. Clifford back into the centre towards Shauna Kendrick. Back to Clifford once more. Lara Gilbert. Short foot pass from Gilbert towards the waiting Erica Burke. Burke goes outside towards Lauren Murtha. Back inside to Grace Clifford once more. Now with Lara Gilbert. Leaves the ball behind her, but gets it at the second attempt. Erica Burke. Again, we're watching it all day. It's not very exciting, but it's very effective. Kildare retaining possession. Siobhan O'Sullivan. Back to Aoife Rattigan. 28 minutes on the clock. Kildare will be looking for another score before half-time, but they're not going to get one out here. And I understand the patience, but they've got players inside, and they need somebody inside perhaps to be making a run. Grace Clifford goes back once more. Very deliberate, this style of play from Kildare. Very content to pass the ball around across midfield. Lateral football, we call it. But it has them in front. They lead 1-3 to 4 points. Back to Clifford once more. And you know, in terms of the amount of touches that these Kildare players are getting, I can assure you that most Kildare players have touched the ball much more than their Leitrim counterparts, and that's just because of the possession game they play. Cráinne Keneally, the burst is on. The patience runs dry, and Kildare go in search of another score, and this latest effort from Nessa Dooley screws out to the left and wide. And that's credit to Leitrim. Credit to Leitrim. They didn't allow the Kildare patience to upset them, and they were equal to everything that Kildare threw at them when the move eventually sparked into life. That's a very good ball. Now, what can Leitrim do with this? Michelle Guckian is isolated inside. She's going to win possession, is she? No, she's not. That's brilliant. That's absolutely brilliant defending from Kildare. And the full-back Leisha Lenihan does very well. Aoife Rattigan playing it back inside towards Lara Gilbert. Gilbert in towards the impressive Nancy Murphy. She's tall, she's strong, she's won lots of possession for Kildare. She might get this one back. No, she had made the run. But Lara Curran deciding to go out to the right. Good turn by Nessa Dooley, who turns and shoots. And has she found the range? Indeed she has. A goal and a point for Nessa Dooley. Leaves Kildare leading 1-4 to 4 points as we approach the half-time break. I'd imagine maybe a minute or two remaining here. The time that the referee adds on for stoppages and injuries, and of course that water break. Ball played into the danger zone once more. That's much better. That's much better. Here's Muireann Devaney. Still Devaney. Oh, still Devaney. Still Devaney. What a goal from Muireann Devaney. What a super goal for Muireann Devaney. Score of the game without question from the Leitrim number 19. Just what the doctor ordered just before half-time. Leitrim really needed that score. They would have thought, with the elements in their favour, that they should be in front at half-time, but they're level. And, you know, it's against the run of play somewhat, because Kildare have been much the better side in the last 10 or 15 minutes after that bright Leitrim start. Here's Grace Clifford, takes an awful lot of steps. And the referee agrees with me and gives a free out to Leitrim, and I don't think we'll have much time for much more action in this first half. Our clock says 31 and a half minutes, and I would say one more play perhaps, and in fact not even one more play. The referee has brought the first half to a close. Well, what a cracking first half of football we've had here in Ballinasloe. Brilliant start from the Leitrim ladies, points from Michelle Guckian and Laura O'Dowd setting them on their way, but Kildare took over for long periods in the middle of the half. The goal from Nessa Dooley setting them on their way. A couple of points also from Lara Curran. Another point from Dooley towards the end of the half, and also one early on from Nancy Murphy. That's the 1-4 for Kildare. But the way that Leitrim finished that half was very, very, I suppose, promising from their perspective. Muireann Devaney with a super goal. And they scored 1-1 from two attacks late on in the half. Leah Fox also getting a point, and that's kept them very much in contention here. They've never been more than 3 behind Leitrim, but that goal before half-time is a real tonic for them. And at half-time here in Duggan Park in Ballinasloe, the sides are level. We'll be back in about 10 minutes with the second half action, and it promises to be rather exciting. Half-time here in Duggan Park, it's Leitrim 1-4, Kildare 1-4. That patient play that Kildare showed in the first half, they're already beginning to show it. Elise Bruin plays it outside, and now into the danger zone towards Michelle Guckian. She'll get there first, and she'll use her strength to try and get past the two Kildare defenders in front of her, but she elects to go back, and Leitrim being patient, working the ball around. Leah Fox back to Clara Le Guin. And eventually the shot coming in towards Michelle Guckian. And has the referee awarded that goal? No, he's not. He has not awarded it. The ball came in, I think, from Ailbhe Clancy towards Michelle Guckian, who did fist the ball to the net, but the referee said she did so illegally. She was either in the square or she fouled. But in either case, the referee, John Devlin, has disallowed the goal. And Kildare can race forward, but John Devlin says, rightly so, that Lauren Murtha has overcarried. So on the halfway line, Leitrim with a chance with this bright start in the second half, playing it to the goal scorer, Muireann Devaney, forced to go back to Claire Owens, her captain and centre half back. And Leitrim much better at the start of this second half. They're getting players forward. Referee says that's a foul on Elise Bruin. Free kick is taken, but too quickly, says the referee, John Devlin from Galway. And play will resume with a free for Leitrim, which Alva Clancy has come out to take. About 55 metres out from goal. Plays it inside towards Leah Fox. Got a point in the first half for Leitrim. How she'd love to get a second one. But again, we're just seeing Leitrim doing exactly what Kildare did in that first half. So the breeze is obviously a key factor here, and whoever can manage it best. Ball played into the danger zone, but Michelle Guckian lets it go through her legs, and Kildare come away with it once more. Erica Burke plays it forward to Grace Clifford. Long, high searching ball, but too much height on that one. And Ailish Cornan does ever so well. Plays it across towards Rebecca Rooney. Rooney keeping the move going for Leitrim. I think it's Siobhan McCartan in possession. Carla Le Guin. Leitrim retaining possession. Over towards Elise Bruin on this near side. Good step inside from Alva Clancy, but look where she's winning possession. Back inside her own half. Leitrim trying to spread it wide, and now they've got the opportunity to run down this right channel. Let's see what comes of this latest attack for the Leitrim ladies. The ploy is to play it in to the big girl inside. Michelle Guckian gets away from one or two Kildare players, turns and shoots, and she has scored a superb point. Her first from play, Michelle Guckian, her third in all, to add to the 2 frees she got in the first half. And Leitrim hit the front. 1-5 to 1-4, a much brighter start to this second half for the Leitrim ladies. And the Lily Whites a little bit stuck in first gear, you might say, at the early stages of this second half. Michelle Gucking is down and injured now. She caught a wonderful ball when it was kicked in, and she's had to shackle off a couple of Kildare defenders before shooting from a tight angle over the bar, but she seems to have injured herself in the act of doing so. And without question, she is Leitrim's most dangerous forward over the course of what we've seen so far this afternoon, and that's even taken into consideration that wonderful goal from Muireann Devaney. A wonderful solo goal, but Michelle Guckian is a key figure for Leitrim. She's the target lady. She's moved in from centre forward to full forward. She's back on her feet. And the Leitrim fans are happy with that. Guckian will be able to continue. And a big sprint from Guckian out to take up her position on Leisha Lenihan, the Kildare full-back, as the ball is well kicked out by Dervla McGinn towards Erica Burke. Burke now towards Ciara Wheeler. Wheeler goes back towards Erica Burke once more. Siobhan O'Sullivan playing it in towards Lara Gilbert. This is good. This is good. Grania Keneally playing it forward towards the number 23, Nancy Murphy. Murphy, who had a very good first half, tries to find Grace Clifford, but I put the commentator's curse on her. A poor ball there from Nancy Murphy, and Leitrim can come away with it once more. So Leitrim starting the second half like they started the first. A foul there on Ailish Cornan, says the referee, John Devlin. Remember, of course, the winners played Clare or Westmeath, and I can tell you Westmeath leading in that game 3-4 to 1-7. The latest score from there, 3-4 to 1-7. That's a 3-point lead for Westmeath. So the winners of this will play the winners of that. So it's Kildare or Leitrim against Westmeath or Clare. And at the moment, both games very much in the melting pot. Here come Kildare in search of their first score of the second half. Grace Clifford dances her way around a number of Leitrim defenders, but she did receive contact from one of the Leitrim players, and the referee, John Devlin, just taking the name of one of the Leitrim defenders. It's in fact the number 13, Leah Fox, who's been cautioned by the referee as Kildare go in search of their first score of the second half, and they've got it. Their centre half forward, Lara Curran, gets her third free of the afternoon. Here's Elise Bruin playing it back inside towards the Leitrim number 7, Ailish Cornan. It's now with full-back Sinead Tighe, back to the goalkeeper Michelle Monaghan. Monaghan over towards her centre half-back and captain Claire Owens. Sides are level here, 1-5 apiece. Very entertaining game in Duggan Park and Ballinasloe. Leitrim contrived to lose possession, but the referee says that in the act of trying to retrieve possession, that Claire Owens was fouled, so Leitrim get the free. It's taken quickly, perhaps a little bit too quickly, but it's going to work out for Leah Fox. Fox is surely dragged to ground, referee agrees with me. Free for Leitrim. Ball is played to Elise Bruin. She's come into the game very much in the early stages of this second half. Carla Le Guin. This is better from Leitrim. There's a system to it, more so than we saw in the first half. Rebecca Rooney playing it out towards Elise Bruin once more. In fact, it wasn't Elise Bruin, it was Carla Le Guin. Leitrim very patient. Alva Clancy turns but falls, leaves the ball behind, and in the end she touches it on the ground, when on the ground, which is not allowed. It'll be a free out to Kildare. Ciara Wheeler again into the danger zone towards Nancy Murphy. The impressive Nancy Murphy trying to go by 3 Leitrim players, but the referee, John Devlin, adjudges that Nancy Murphy was fouled. And it will be a free in for Kildare and a chance for them to hit the front with the breeze. Sides are level, 1-5 apiece. Eight and a half minutes gone in the second half. It's going to fall short. Held by Michelle Monaghan, and that's a wasted opportunity with the breeze at their backs. Kildare should certainly have been going back in front with that latest chance. Leitrim have it, however. Ailish Cornan playing it out. And Leitrim content to hold possession. They've got players on the overlap on this left-hand side. Full-back Sinead Tighe playing it forward. Michelle Guckian, that's a super ball from Michelle towards Rebecca Rooney. She gathers possession between the 45 and 65 metre lines. It's a free for Leitrim. Michelle Guckian takes it quickly once more. This is much better from Leitrim. Leah Fox. Still Leah Fox. Mirren Devaney, who scored that wonderful goal in the first half, but the referee says she was fouled. I think her arm was pulled in the act of trying to hand pass that ball inside to her colleague. It was intercepted by Kildare, but the referee adjudging that Mirren Devaney was fouled. It'll be a free for the Leitrim ladies, and against the breeze it's a good distance out. But one thing we did see from Michelle Guckian in that first half is that she's got a great strike of a ball, and I'm sure she'll go for a score from here. And if she doesn't have the range, then maybe the scraps will be picked up by one of her fellow forwards. But Michelle Guckian will kick. Good looking kick from Michelle. That's a great kick against the breeze. And Leitrim go back in front, 1-6 to 1-5. Michelle Guckian getting her 4th point of the afternoon. 3 from frees now and 1 from play. Darvillum again takes the kick out. And Kildare retain possession. The impressive Grace Clifford, she's covered a hell of a lot of ground this afternoon already. Let's see what Kildare can do with this latest attack. Siobhan O'Sullivan playing it out towards Erica Burke. Still Erica Burke racing through the centre. Still Erica Burke. She looks up and she shoots, and that's gone to the left and it's gone wide. And that was a good chance for Kildare. That was a good chance. The referee is going in to have words with his umpire. I'm not sure why. Referee John Devlin from Galway, as Kildare bring in their number 13, Gillian Wheeler. Gillian didn't start this afternoon, but she's going to finish, I think. The referee asking for the kick out to be taken again as Wheeler comes in. And it's the number 5, Lauren Murtha. Gillian Wheeler is in for Lauren Murtha. As Leitrim try to launch another one, but that's come off. I think it has come off the Kildare player. It has. Leitrim get the line ball, played forward. That's a good ball. Towards the Leitrim number 12. That's Carla Le Guin. Back to Michelle Guckian. Now with Vivian Egan. It's a good ball from Vivian. This is better from Leitrim. Number 5 for them, Charlene Terrell. Plays it forward towards the number 17, Elise Bruin. Good ball from Bruin, is it? Yes, indeed it is. A chance for Leitrim to create a scoring opportunity. Alva Clancy is through. No, she's not. Is she gone to ground? No, she's not. The ball is snapped off her, and I think the referee is going to hop this one. Didn't look like either side conceded a free, in fairness. So I'd imagine this will be a throw ball between a player from either side. So still a chance for Leitrim to eke something out of this latest attack. Now the linesman on this side has his flag raised. There's another player coming in to the Leitrim team, and I think it's Roisin McHugh. Roisin McHugh is definitely coming into the Leitrim side. The number 15 didn't start, but she's on. As Leitrim have possession, Michelle Guckin. Oh, that latest effort going to drop short, and Kildare can clear their lines once more. And I'm almost certain that it's Vivian Egan who's gone off the Leitrim team. Indeed it is. As Kildare have possession in their own half-back line. Something that we became familiar with in the opening half was Kildare's half-backs enjoying plenty of possession around the midfield area. Gillian Wheeler playing the ball inside. Looked like it was a throw ball from a sitting position, or not from an upright position. And the referee says it's a free out to Leitrim. Leitrim leading 1-6 to 1-5. Ding-dong battle here. Almost 15 minutes gone in the second half. Back to Michelle Monaghan. Rebecca Rooney playing it forward towards Mirren Devaney. Devaney inside towards Carla Le Guin. Claire Owens. Back to her fullback Sinead Tighe, who launches one forward. And I think Roisin McHugh is going to be beaten to this one. She is indeed, and Kildare come away with it once more. Sun is out here in Duggan Park in Ballinasloe, but there's still quite a breeze favouring Kildare in this second half. But so far, they haven't made the most of it. Remember, it was 1-4 apiece at half time. And as it stands, Leitrim in front, 1-6 to 1-5. Lara Gilbert. Ball played forward once more. Towards the number 13, Gillian Wheeler, and the referee says that Wheeler was fouled. It'll be a free in for Kildare. So another chance for Kildare to get back on level terms. Leitrim have had their chances at the other end to extend their lead. But this time Lara Curran with the free. Doesn't really suit a right-footed kicker. Well, that's a wonderful kick. A wonderful kick from Lara Curran, her 4th free of the afternoon. And I can tell you, Kildare are warming up number 19, Ellen Dowling. We reached the water break. Number 19, Ellen Dowling, is coming in for Kildare. But these sides inseparable. We've reached the three-quarter stage here in Duggan Park in Ballinasloe, and the sides deadlocked again at 1-6 apiece. Both second half scores for Kildare coming from frees from the trusty boot of Lara Curran. And at the other end, Michelle Guckian, one from play and one from a free, has got both scores for the Leitrim ladies. In fact, both ladies have scored 4 points out of their sides, 1-6 totals so far this afternoon. The goals, of course, both coming in the first half. The goal for Kildare scored early on. I think it was their first score of the game. Well, no, in fact, it was their second score. They just scored a point from Nancy Murphy, and then Nessa Dooley rattled the ball past Michelle Monaghan. That was the Kildare goal. And just with the last action of the first half, a wonderful piece of individual skill from Mirren Devani, winning the ball all on her own. Had a lot of work to do to get around a couple of Kildare defenders before blasting the ball past Derval and McGinn. That left the score 1-4 apiece at half time, and both sides have added 2 points in the second half. 1-6 apiece as we go into quarter four. Leitrim win their own kick out, which is very important. Carla Le Guin playing it inside towards the number 17, Elise Bruin. Michelle Guckian. It's going to be snapped up by the number 15, Roisin McHugh. Back to Guckian, who plays a very good ball inside towards the Leitrim number 10, Laura O'Dowd. Scored 2-2 in the championship, 1 point in the first half, but hasn't scored since. Let's see what Leitrim can do with this. They're waiting for the ball to arrive. Work it back out again towards Roisin McHugh. Still Leitrim. Number 12 for them is Carla Le Guin, playing it back into the centre once more. Elise Bruin, back to Le Guin. Now with Ailish Cornan, who plays it inside. And Roisin McHugh almost loses possession, gets it back. Still Leitrim, very patient, but you just can't get through. That's a good ball towards Michelle Guckian. Michelle will get possession in the danger zone. Plays it inside once more. That's a very good effort, but it's come back off the upright from Leah Fox. A chance for Leitrim to hit the front once more. Frenetic stuff here in Ballinasloe. Nessa Dooley, the full forward for Kildare, wins possession in her own full back line. That's the pressure that Kildare are under in this second half. Both sides under pressure. No quarter asked or given from either Leitrim or Kildare. That ball looked to be thrown forward, but not before the Kildare player was fouled. 1-6 apiece. Very, very entertaining fair here in Ballinasloe. Ellen Dowling is in for Kildare. We're not sure as yet who has left the field. That's a wonderful kick from the Kildare number 11, Lara Curran, her 5th point of the afternoon, and Kildare go back in front by 1-7 to 1-6. Laois 3 points ahead of Louth at half-time in another quarter-final, and I told you Westmeath 3 points ahead of Clare. Yesterday Wexford beat Down, and this afternoon here Kildare just about managing at this moment to get the better of Leitrim. Just 1 point between them, 1-7 to 1-6. Ciara Wheeler playing it inside to Erica Burke. Now it's Kildare's turn to have possession. That ball is played into the danger zone towards the number 13, Gillian Wheeler, who turns and shoots, and she's put it over. 1-8 to 1-6 now in favour of the Lily Whites. Michelle Monaghan kicks out. Michelle Guckian wins possession on the halfway line, plays it into the danger zone. This was very fruitful in the first half for Mirren Devaney, but this time the Kildare defender is equal to it, gets back there ahead of her, and in the end Devaney fouls, and it's going to be a free out for Kildare. But that ploy of that quick ball in to either Guckian or Devaney is a ploy that Leitrim have been using all afternoon. It has certainly reaped rewards. Michelle Guckian grabbing and scoring a point in the early stages of the second half with a ball launched into her. And before half-time, of course, Mirren Devaney blasting the ball past Dervla McGinn for Leitrim's only goal. That long ball is something that Leitrim have been using to good effect this afternoon. There's dividends being reaped from that long ball, but this time Kildare are equal to it, and the player down receiving attention is back sitting up on, well, she's sitting on her backside. She's not just up yet, but she looks like she'll be able to continue, although still receiving attention. So time running out here in Ballinasloe for Leitrim. They trail by 2, 1-8 to 1-6. 9 minutes of normal time remaining here. As Kildare come away with it once more. Erica Burke plays it to her full-back Leisha Lenihan. Lenihan launching forward, but that's going to be dealt with by Rebecca Rooney, and Leitrim a chance to build once more. Claire Owens plays it towards Ailish Cornan. Cornan inside once more. It's now with Elise Bruin. Back with the full forward, Alva Clancy again. Forced out from goal to win possession. That's Carla Le Guin who's fouled. And we're in Michelle Guckian territory once more. It's about maybe 35 metres out from goal, but she scored one from a similar distance, perhaps a little bit closer, before the water break. So she'd be quite confident that she can do the same again. Kildare have got the last 3 points, by the way. That's why they lead by 2, 1-8 to 1-6. So Michelle Guckian with a chance to narrow the gap to 1. She kicks straight, and she kicks, in fact, left and wide. It looked like it was going over the crossbar, but it just tagged away. And that might be a chance that Leitrim will rue when referee John Devlin blows his final whistle. Let's wait and see. Kildare playing with fire. Claire Sullivan working the ball out towards Grace Clifford. Haven't seen much from Grace in the last 10 minutes or so, but we're seeing plenty of her now. Good play from Clifford. Ciara Wheeler. Excellent ball inside from Wheeler towards her number 13, Gillian Wheeler. They're probably sisters. They look like each other. Aoife Rattigan. And the shot eventually from Nessa Dooley has gone out to the right and wide. So it's Kildare's turn to be wasteful. 1-8 to 1-6, they lead. Michelle Monaghan, you could argue, has been the busier of the two goalkeepers this afternoon, but very little between them. There's Leah Fox playing the ball forward towards Rebecca Rooney, back inside towards Sinead Tighe. Can't get there, but Leitrim retain possession. Leah Fox playing it back to Sinead Tighe. Now with Elise Bruin, back to Tighe once more. There's patience in this Leitrim build-up, but there's time is against them. We've about 6 minutes of normal time remaining, and they need to score a couple of points. And the ball played in towards Michelle Guckian, who turns and shoots. And another super score from Michelle Guckian. And like Laura Curran playing at number 11 for Kildare, she gets her 5th point of the afternoon. There's just one between them, 1-8 to 1-7. But here come Kildare. Here's their full forward. Nessa Dooley spots the run inside of Ellen Dowling, who shoots, and it's gone to the right and wide. That was a great chance. That was a great chance for Kildare to wrap things up here, but as it stands, just one between them, 1-8 to 1-7. Could we be heading for extra time? We have a change coming in for Leitrim as well. We'll tell you about that in a couple of moments. But here come Kildare, Grace Clifford, back outside towards her number 13, Gillian Wheeler, who puts it over. Her 2nd point since being introduced for Lauren Murtha. She's been very, very good. And it's Brona O'Rourke who's coming in for Leitrim. Brona O'Rourke. But she's not in yet, as Leitrim try to work the ball out of their own defence. They've a 2-point gap to bridge. That's surely a foul. And the referee now will have time for Brona O'Rourke to enter the field of play for the Leitrim ladies. And it's Elise Bruin who's coming out. And I have to say, I thought Elise Bruin was having a good game for Leitrim. But obviously they need something a little bit more attack-minded in the closing 5 minutes here, or they will exit the TG4 Ladies Intermediate Football Championship. Another sub coming in for the Kildare ladies as well. And that's a rather rash challenge. But Kildare introducing Mia Doherty. Mia Doherty, the Kildare number 18, entering the fray for the closing minutes here. And she'll replace number 4, Shauna Kendrick, again, a player who was very prominent throughout the day for Kildare. She has run her race. The girl with the red headband leaves the field. Well, the Leitrim player still down in need of attention, 1-9 to 1-7. Very exciting and entertaining second half here in Ballinasloe. We've 27 minutes of normal time played, so just 3 remaining. Plus whatever time the referee, the very good referee John Devlin, wishes to add on for stoppages. The referee, despite the Leitrim player being down in need of attention, has awarded the free to Kildare. Strange one. Have to say I didn't see the clash. But Kildare have possession back. Grania Keneally playing it into the centre towards Erica Burke. Erica Burke's been everywhere for Kildare this afternoon. Here's their number 19, Ellen Dowling. Dowling, is she fouled? Referee says no. She looked for the free, but it wasn't coming. Oh, that's a great take. That's a great take from Leah Fox. And then she's pushed to the ground. 1-9 to 1-7. As the excitement reaches fever pitch here in Duggan Park in Ballinasloe. Kildare player is down in need of attention, but there won't be a free for Kildare, I can assure you, because it was a very fair win of possession from Leitrim's number 13, Leah Fox, and then the foul occurred a little bit closer to goal, and a chance for Muireann Devaney to create something. I would say this one should be lorried in to the edge of the square, but it's not. They work it back. Back to Devaney. Devaney racing through the centre. She's very strong. She's very pacey. She's got players inside her, but she's lost possession. Kildare have it back. Less than 2 minutes of normal time remaining. Only the time that the referee, John Devlin, wants to add on remains after that. 1-9 for Kildare, 1-7 for Leitrim. Conditions not ideal this afternoon, but both sides have served up a treat in terms of the football that we've witnessed. Here's Claire Sullivan for Kildare. Plays it out to the substitute Mia Doherty. Doherty back inside to the very impressive Erica Burke. She's been one of the players of the game for me this afternoon. Laura Curran playing it out towards Ciara Wheeler. Wheeler into the centre once more. Towards Aoife Rattigan. That's a very good ball from Rattigan. It's won by the number 13, Gillian Wheeler, who's got 2 points and plays it outside to Grace Clifford. And Grace Clifford, I think, has got the score that will see Kildare advance to the semi-finals. They now lead by 3, 110 to 17. The linesman is trying to get the attention of the referee. Is there a substitution coming in here? Well, Leitrim, or I should say Kildare, have taken off their number 2, Claire Sullivan. But I'm not sure who's gone in just yet. We'll tell you more about that as we find the information as it comes to hand. Leitrim in possession. They need a goal, really, because we're in time that John Devlin is adding on for stoppages. Decent looking ball inside, but it just eludes Michelle Guckian, and it's gathered by Dervla McGinn. And Kildare can come away with it once more. Grace Clifford got her first point just a few minutes ago. Not quite an insurance point, but it leaves Kildare leading by 3. How much they'd dearly love to get a fourth. Here's Lara Curran. She's got 5 points from frees this afternoon. Plays it back outside. And has it gone over? Has it gone over? I don't think it has. 110 to 17. That was another chance there for Gillian Wheeler, who's got 2 great scores in this second half. But we are deep into the time that the referee, John Devlin, has added on for stoppages. Almost 32 minutes of play in this second half. And Leitrim take off their full forward, Ava Clancy, for the closing exchanges. Is there one last attack in Leitrim? We're over 2 minutes into the time that John Devlin has added on. Ailish Cornan launches a long ball inside. Is it held? It is by Mirren Devaney. The referee says she's held, and it'll be a free to Leitrim. And really, I think Leitrim need a goal. I really think they do. I don't think that a point is going to be enough for them. There's not probably enough time left on the clock. I didn't see a board go up to indicate the amount of stoppage time and injury time that referee John Devlin. 2 minutes, we think. If that's the case, then this should be the last attack of the game. And that's gone left and wide, and I think that sums up Leitrim's final quarter. They were right in the game. They were back in front in quarter 3, but Kildare have pushed on. They've scored 4 points without reply to lead by 3. But Leitrim not giving up the fight just yet. Here's Michelle Guckian once more. Dangerous looking ball played inside, but easily dealt with by Kildare. Ball is played forward. That's wonderful play. And Nessa Dooley can come away with it. Loses possession. Leitrim have it back. That's surely a free out for Ailish Cornan. And the referee taking the name of Grace Clifford. And I can tell you, it looks like it's going to be Westmeath and Kildare in the semi-final, because Westmeath are leading 3-10 to 2-11. 2 points between them. 4 minutes of stoppage time played in that quarter-final in Tuam this afternoon. We've already played 4 minutes here as well, and Leitrim go in search of a goal that will bring us to extra time, but Kildare are equal to it. And they have been the better side in this final quarter. Here's Mia Doherty. Still Mia. plays it inside towards the impressive Gráinne Keneally. And Kildare retaining possession. Erica Burke, the very, very impressive Erica Burke. Now with Nessa Dooley. And I can tell you that Kildare have introduced their number 22 as well. That's Hazel McLaughlin. Leitrim have possession. Michelle Guckian is fouled. Launches one into the danger zone, but there's nobody there. But the referee says we'll take that one again from a more advanced position because there was somewhat of a foul on Guckian after she kicked that free. And Leitrim will have one last chance. One last chance for the Connacht ladies. 110 Kildare, 1-7 Leitrim. Ailish Cornan will take this. Plays it out towards Sinead Tighe. Oh, that's a poor effort from Sinead, and I think that's going to trickle harmlessly out over the end line and wide. Now, I don't know where the referee is getting all the time that he's adding on here, but we've almost 6 minutes of stoppage time played at the end of this second half, and the referee, John Devlin, not in any particular hurry to bring proceedings to a close as the ball is kicked forward again by Dervla McGinn, and Kildare win possession, and for the first time in a number of minutes they can go forward. There's nobody inside. If they can get the ball inside, there's nobody from Leitrim inside. Good play towards the number 7, Erica Burke, gives it back outside to the number 13, Gillian Wheeler, who grabs her third score of the second half. And there is the final whistle, and Kildare advance to the semi-finals of the TG4 Intermediate Ladies Football Championship. A cracking game here in Ballinasloe, it must be said. For long periods in the game, it was in the melting pot, and really only in quarter 4, only in the last 10 minutes, did Kildare show their true resolve. Some great performances. For me, Erica Burke, wearing 7, was hugely impressive for Kildare, but credit to substitute Gillian Wheeler. She didn't start this afternoon, but she scored 3 great points in the second half, and as a result of that, as a result of those 3 great points, well, that's why Kildare, for me, are advancing to the semi-finals of the Intermediate Ladies Football Championship. I can tell you as well that Laois have beaten Louth. Laois 3-9, Louth 2-6. Laois were in the same group as Kildare, and they'll be in the semi-finals, but not against each other. Still trying to find out the result. In fact, we have it. Westmeath have beaten Clare, I think, 3-11 to 2-11, so it will be Westmeath against Kildare, local derby in the intermediate semi-final. In the other one, it will be Wexford against Laois, not quite a local derby, but close enough as well. But I do believe that there are 4 Leinster teams remaining now in the Intermediate Championship, Westmeath and Kildare in one semi-final, and Laois and Wexford in the other. So 4 Leinster teams in the intermediate semi-finals. The news here from Duggan Park in Ballinasloe is that Leitrim fought gallantly for well over 60 minutes here this afternoon. There was never more than a kick of a ball between the sides until quarter 4. The only time that Kildare led by 4 points was when Gillian Wheeler scored their 11th point to make it 111 to 17. That was the only time Kildare led by 4. That's as tight as it was here in Ballinasloe. But it's Kildare who advanced to the semi-finals, where they'll play Westmeath. Wexford will play Laois in the other semi-final. Final score here from Duggan Park in Ballinasloe, as myself and Rory O'Brien, the producer, say goodbye and good afternoon to you. More championship action, I'm sure, to come in the coming weekends. But for now, Kildare advanced to the semi-final. The final score from Duggan Park in Ballinasloe: Kildare 111, Leitrim 17.